Hi, I'm Maribel Torres from Further Fitness, and this is my partner, Jamie Dreyer.
Hello.
And we're here to show you a strength training workout for beginners. Absolutely no equipment necessary unless you want to use a mat or a chair. All right, so we are going to start with our warm-up. Warm-up is always very important to do before each workout. So up first is our thoracic rotation, and we're going to be doing that on the floor. So let's get on the floor. All right, first thing you want to do is we're actually going to start on one side. You're going to lay on one side. Bottom leg is nice and straight. Top leg, you're going to have it at a 90-degree angle with your knee. Hand over the knee, because what I want you to do is to keep this knee down. We're going to bring our hand here, and then we're going to take a nice stretch over to the side while you're looking at your hand, and come back to the knee. And we're going to do that again for 5 repetitions. Now, the one thing I want you to remember also is that I'm actually pushing down on my knee, and I'm trying to keep my hips steady as I am stretching. What number are we at, Jamie?
That's 4.
All right, one more here, and then we're gonna switch sides. All right, great. Let's go on over to the other side, right? Make sure also that bottom leg is nice and straight, so I'm actually kicking my heel out, right? Bring my hand over the knee, and stretch. You could also take a nice deep breath out as you're stretching, looking at that hand. This feels really great to get started. And
That's 5.
that's 5, here we go. And now that we're here already, we're going to do some bat wings. Oh, sorry, we're gonna do a hip bridge. All right, so fingertips at your heels, we're gonna do 10. Now we're gonna lift our hips up, squeezing the glutes nice and tight, and you wanna make sure that you're actually not overarching the back like this. We're keeping our back and spine nice and steady, just squeezing the glutes as we're coming up. You could also engage your core a little bit more by pushing your arms into the floor. What number are we at, Jamie? I lost count.
This is 8.
Awesome.
9. There's your 10.
All right. Now we're gonna flip on over, because what we're gonna do is a quadruped. All right, so hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees are right under your hips. All right, and we're gonna reach out with opposite arm and leg. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do more of a dynamics version. Jamie's gonna hold the position for 20 seconds. So if you've never done this before, I recommend that you hold the 20-second position. So I'm gonna reach out, opposite arm and leg, and back down. I'm gonna do this for 5 on each side. Now, as I'm reaching out with my leg, I'm actually reaching with my heel towards the back wall. Got one more here. And now I'm gonna switch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, now that I'm here, I'm gonna go all the way down to the floor, and we're gonna hold a bat wing. All right, so my head is facing towards the floor. My hands are by my shoulders or my upper chest. And what I'm gonna do is lift my elbows and my chest off the floor, squeezing my glutes really hard, lifting my feet off the floor. And I'm gonna hold this for 10 to 20 seconds. I want you to also notice is that I don't have my neck cranked up like this. I'm actually tucking my chin, and I'm holding everything really tight. 20-second hold right here.
There's about 20.
All right, awesome. Now we're gonna do a down dog calf stretch. Right, so I'm already in this position, hands on the floor. Now I'm gonna lift my hips way up into the air. If you've ever done yoga, it's like your down dog. I'm gonna push my head through my shoulders, and now I'm gonna take advantage and stretch my calves, pushing those one heel at a time down to the floor. We're gonna alternate doing this for a total of 10. 6, 9, and 10. Now let's slowly walk our hands towards our toes. Now if you're someone like me who has tight hamstrings, you can let your knees bend a little bit here and just hold this for one moment as you're getting a nice stretch through the lower back. We're going to slowly roll ourselves up. All right, next thing we're going to do is a reverse lunge with an overhead reach. So I'm going to just lunge back, reach up, and if you can, look up to your hands as you're getting a nice stretch in the lower back. Bring your feet together, and we're going to do the other side. We're going to do this for a total of 10. How you feeling, Jamie? Getting a little warmed up?
I am getting warmed up, Maribel. Thank you.
Me too. Oops, I better not talk too much because I tend to fall over on these things.
It's true. You do.
I also lose count.
That's 10.
All right.
Bonus.
All right, next one. What we're gonna do actually is we're gonna go right into our workout. So we're doing 6 exercises, and again, we're gonna do 2 rounds of this today. No equipment necessary except a chair. So if you can't squat all the way down to the floor or you need a little bit of support, you can start off by going to the chair. So we're doing only 10 reps, body weight, so we wanna squat down and back up. So there's a couple of things I want you to note when you're squatting that I want you to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to your knees, where they're going, and your back. So we don't want to lean over too much like this. And we also don't want our knees to knock in like this. So make sure that your knees are going over your toes. So I'm gonna actually push out, making sure that my knees don't knock in.
Last one, Maribel.
All right, awesome. Okay, great. Now we're gonna go into a plank. So depending on how your shoulders feel, some people's shoulders feel a little bit funky, so you can either hold it on your hands or on your forearms. So I'm going to hold the plank on my forearms. Jamie's gonna do it on his hands, okay? So, and also if you have wrist issues too, doing them on your forearms is a great alternative. All right. So as we get into a plank position, I want you to make sure that your hips are down low and we're squeezing those glutes nice and tight. Sometimes you see people like this. Sometimes you let your hips go way down. So we're going to push up our hips just so that we're in a nice straight line. Elbows are right under the shoulders, and we're gonna hold anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds.
That's 20.
That's 20? All right, awesome. Okay, so now we are going to do some Superman lifts now that we're on the floor, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna come on down. So just like we're Superman in the movies and we're flying through the air, arms are stretched out. We're gonna face down onto the mat, but you don't have to put your face onto the floor, all right? What we're gonna do now is we're gonna lift opposite arm and leg, one at a time, and we're gonna alternate. Hold for 2 seconds, back down, and up. We're gonna do this for a total of 10. And I'm gonna make sure that Jamie's counting. Make sure that you're squeezing your glutes as you're doing this really nice and tight.
I think this is our last one.
Awesome, so that was opposite side. Now we're gonna do full-on Superman, and we're gonna lift arms and legs at the same time and hold for 2 seconds, back down. We're gonna do this 5 times. Back down.
Last one.
All right, awesome. Now we're gonna get up off the floor. I know it kind of felt maybe a little bit relaxing. What we're gonna do now is a reverse lunge. So if you have a hard time lunging, if you have any issues with your knee, Jamie's gonna give you a great alternative. We're gonna do a lateral shift. All right, so reverse lunge, we're doing 10 on each side. We're just gonna take a nice step back. Now I want you to make sure, pay attention to how much room I have here with my legs, right? We're not getting too bunched up. So you wanna make enough room so that you have your knee coming down at a 90-degree angle. Hopefully Jamie's counting for me.
I gotcha.
All right, I'm gonna switch sides because I don't trust him.
Okay.
I have a feeling I did 10.
But it's okay.
All right. And I'm staying looking forward. Another thing here too, you want to make sure you're keeping your chest nice and proud. You don't want to fall down like this. Keeping a nice, proud chest.
And I'm just going to comment on this is our last one here. With the lateral, if you're doing the lateral shift, I also want you to make a point of keeping your head and chest up, looking forward. And you basically want to be thinking about putting your hips back as well, similar to with the other one, but it's similar to the squat really.
Right.
But hips back and try and stay up tall. A lot of people have a tendency of kind of dumping their upper body down to the floor a little bit there. You want to stay up nice and tall with that.
Always a proud chest. All right, so exercise number 5 is a reaching hip hinge. Okay, so all we're gonna do is reach forward and we're gonna push our hips way back. And if you notice, my back is nice and flat here. And then we're gonna come up nice and straight, really squeeze those glutes. So reach out and up again. We're gonna do this for a total of 10. Nice, you guys are doing an awesome job at home, I'm sure. And if you're wondering, you're feeling a stretch in your hamstrings, that's actually pretty good.
2 more.
You wanna make sure that you're shifting back enough.
There you go.
All right, I see I wanted to keep doing some more.
I know.
All right, last one in this circuit is a standing cross crawl. So we're gonna have our feet a little bit more than hip width apart. Bring your hands up, so you wanna be at a 90-degree angle with your elbow. And now we're going to reach to the opposite side. Oops, I started on the wrong side, sorry, Jamie.
Sorry.
We're trying to stay in unison. Again, you want a nice proud chest, so I'm not going all the way down like this. Trying to keep my chest nice and proud. Looking forward. And this is gonna be for a total of 20.
This is 18, 19, and 20.
All right, great. Now we're gonna start from the beginning and we're gonna go back to that squat.
Super duper.
All right, ready, Jamie?
I'm ready,
We're just
Maribel.
doing 10 here.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Stay
and
wide.
1, 2, 3. You can do whatever you like with your hands if you want to reach out with them or if you want to put them on your hips. It's up to you. Or if you want to hold them in a fist like this, which is my favorite. And really at the top, make sure you squeeze your glutes and lock out those hips. A lot of people kind of end halfway here. Did you get through 10?
That's 10, yeah.
Oh, I have to catch up to you. Give me one more second. Here we go. All right, now let's go down to our plank. Again, I'm doing them on my forearms, right? Making sure that I engage my glutes, squeeze, nice and strong. 20-second hold or 10 seconds.
That's 10 seconds there.
Let's go for another 10. What do you say?
All right. And there's our 20.
All right, awesome, guys. So now we're going to go right into our Superman lifts from here. Arms are stretched out, opposite side. Arm and leg comes up. We're doing this for a total of 10. Really squeeze those glutes. We never get enough work on our posterior chain. This is an awesome exercise to do.
One more each.
All right, now let's do it together. Ready?
Yep.
And down. 2, this is for a total of 5. Awesome. Now that we're here, we're gonna get on up.
Okay.
All right, let's go on to our reverse lunges or lateral shifts. Okay, and like I said, remember, keep a nice proud chest. And we're gonna step back enough, because if you don't, you're gonna end up looking like this and maybe hurting your knees. So take a nice deep step. We're gonna stay on one side.
Don't punish me, I'm alternating.
Oh no, you totally threw me off. That means I can't rely on you to count for me.
Sure you can.
9 and 10. All right, switch sides.
Now I'll do.
And even though I want you to get your knee down to the floor, but I want you to be careful not letting it smash into the floor. So if you need to use something like a broom or a stick, an umbrella, or if you need to hold on to the side of a chair, you can do that until you get nice and stable. Really, that's it?
That's it.
Oh, I love doing lunges. Okay, reaching hip hinge, here we go. We're gonna push our hips way, way back and squeeze tight those glutes, stand nice and tall. 3, really squeeze. This is another one of my favorites. Anything you can do for my derriere, love it.
Last one.
All right, from here we're gonna go into our standing cross crawl. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is a total of 20, guys.
Already halfway. There we go.
Oh, I always do one extra. All right, great job. Now, if you're feeling like you could go again, by all means do that. If you feel like one round was enough, then for next week, it's your job to try and get yourself to 2 rounds. All right, so this is Maribel Torres and
Jamie Dreyer.
right, we hope that you enjoyed this video for a total body workout for beginners with absolutely no equipment. And if you'd like more tips on nutrition and fat loss, just go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Okay.
Okay? Nice job, Jamie.
You too. Thanks, Maribel.